Well, while I have a few minutes before my next run, let's take a quick look at the Samsung store and get some hands-on time with this new S25 Edge.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
You know what? It is stupidly light and stupidly thin. The videos do not do it any kind of justice. Kind of crazy.
Oh my god, it probably be so good to play.
It feels like a toy, and I feel like I could snap it in half. Yeah, I'm impressed. I wasn't impressed with it in the video because I have thin phones. You know, Magic V2 when open comes to mind. Hell, and I can show you how durable it is. Well, this is the black one. Sorry. This is the blue one. It's odd, really. It's like it exists, you see it, you feel it, but it's like it shouldn't. Even with all these thin folding phones, so thin when, you know, you unfold them, but they have all that surface area to put all of the components when it's opened, and when closed, you know, they're still in there. But there's a lot more space to work with. This one, they say, is almost as good as an Ultra, but there's so much less of it compared to an Ultra. Compared to an Ultra here. I don't think that does any justice whatsoever. You really can't see it unless you really hold this in close. Kind of crazy though. Silver. I'm just gonna say it just doesn't feel right because it is so amazingly light. Even compared to phones that I have that themselves are quite light, it feels like a cookie almost. I think that's the best way for me to say it, like a child's toy, like play food. Like there's nothing but air in here. I know such is not the case because it's moving. I see it. Everything's working as it should. We got cameras and all kinds of stuff going on. It all works, so it's definitely a real device. It's in my hand, but it doesn't feel like this should be allowed. Like the physicality of this device should not be what it is. Not yet. Alright, so S25 Edge. Let's compare this guy to my Magic V2. Let's take off that. So there you see, closed, the V2 is obviously going to be thicker, as long as you don't count the camera bump. But when open, No, let's do this side. When open, the V2 is only slightly slimmer than the Edge. But then again, the V2 has all of the space to work with. The Edge does not. And this is the full phone in this slim chassis, as opposed to the V2 having to move all these things around, or having space to move all these components for it all to fit where it must fit. Kind of crazy that the Edge is really that thin. So this is my S24 Ultra. We know this is a big boy. But big as it is, I don't feel it's that big. But when you compare it to the Edge, you clearly see the difference. Again, don't look at the camera bump. Just look at the size. The Edge is thinner, to be expected. But how much thinner is kind of crazy. Because the Edge is pretty much an Ultra without the extra cameras, the anti-glare reflective coating, and the S Pen. So somehow they fit most of this here into this here in this small of a body. Actually pretty cool. Both devices have the 120 refresh rate. Both are running, as far as I can tell, One UI 8. Yep. Which mine is customized to my preference of purple. But it's all there. Turn off the keys, the sound, adjust the brightness. I think this one gets a little brighter than mine as well. Let's go over here. Oh, they're both on max brightness. But mine does have the background going on. Much darker background than this. And note the size. Bigger screen on the Ultra, but not so much bigger that you wouldn't want to view things on the Edge. And the Edge, again, has that edge-to-edge display, or corner-to-corner display. It actually looks really good. But I feel more secure holding my S24. You feel the weight, you feel the size of it. This one, like I said before, you feel like this shit could break. Like if you go too hard, you might snap this in half. But it doesn't look that way. Whatever material it is, it's almost alien in a way. It looks like it will break. The weight makes you think it would break, but from what they say, it's not going to break. And of course, it wouldn't be a fair comparison if I didn't bring out my good old Surface Duo 2. Now, it is wearing its bumper case, but I do feel that the side here is a pretty good measurement of its width. So we should be able to do a pretty good comparison size-wise. Now, looking at these devices, the Duo is still the thinner device, but again, can hold it against the Edge because the Duo is also a dual screen device, so again, way more space to put those inner components. So the fact that they got, again, so much into this body to have a more powerful device than something as big as the Duo has ended up being, and other folds and such, is again really impressive. So it's pretty much, when you hold it like this, a little bit bigger than one of the panels of the Duo 2. Now that's saying something because these panels are actually pretty thin. Yeah, the edge is about as thin as the Fold 6 when open. But like I said, the Fold 6 has all this space to work with to put components. So the only impressive thing with the Fold 6 is it folds. But when you compare it to the Edge is even more impressive because it's lighter than the Fold, somewhat thinner than the Fold, and all of the components that it needs fits right in this very svelte body of this device. But when you put the case on, it's just about as thick as the Ultra is.
No, I feel like it's like the Ultra's like double.
See this? I don't know.
It is like half.
Yeah.
Well, you're comparing the S24 Ultra. I compared the
25?
It is literally almost like. See, well, this case is a little bit
Yeah.
bigger, but
That's thing. If you get the case, it kind of defeats the purpose. Without the case, yeah, that is a nice little thin piece of sexiness. Yeah, that is true.
it's insane.
Yeah. But with the case, you're like, well, yeah, you had a slim phone.
It's still slim.
Like you had
If I
one.
put that case on this, then
Yeah.
you probably get the same deal.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the purple case. I like purple.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Yeah, that is very impressive. I think I'd be as surprised as I am to hold that thing, to see that thing, because, again, I have a few phones that are quite slim already. Hell, phones that are, when opened, even slimmer than that, but still, the weight is there. So it's a combination of the slimness of the phone and the weight of the phone, and the fact that the phone works as well as they say it does. A little bit better than the S25 Plus, but not as good as the Ultra. For various reasons. You can't deny physics. Battery not as big. It's missing 2 cameras, no S Pen. The glare or the anti-glare reflection on the screen is just not there. It's not an Ultra, but yet it's better than the S25 Plus, which personally I have no interest in. But the S25 Edge as a phone for me to just pretty much show off that, look at this, I wouldn't be opposed to it. And the fact that my 24 Ultra is still giving me issues with the camera, it would be nice to go back and forth between the two. But again, the Edge camera isn't as good as the 24's camera because it's missing some. Instead of a 50 megapixel camera, it has a 12 megapixel camera, but it does have the 200 megapixel camera as well. But for everyday use, I think it would be great. This is an impressive feat of technology right here. Didn't think I would be moved as I am, but here I am moved. So with that said, my name is NG, the Neon X, and really impressed with what they've done with this S25 Edge. This is what I'm into.